J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, soldiers, Oxford scholars, and the authors of epic tales that have inspired generations with their heroism and redemption. Although their most surprising tale is yet to be revealed.
Friendship between Lewis and Tolkien is truly one of the great masterpieces of all time. And one of the things that I love best about that friendship is how really different they were.
What is beautiful about Lewis's understanding of friendship is how inclusive it is. It doesn't erect these artificial barriers between people. You disagree on these issues, I cannot be your friend. Lewis and Tolkien would scoff at that.
That's the friendship that allowed them to survive the Great War. It's the friendship of ideas that lead to the books for which we remember both Lewis and Tolkien.
The essential thing that turned the modern world into what it is was the trauma of the First World War. And of course, both men were right at the heart of it.
They both lost their very closest friends in the war. Losing these people who have meant so much to you. In war, it's such an immediate thing that you seem to have no power over, no way to stop it.
After Tolkien himself had seen combat for the first time, he learned that his dear friend Robert Quilter Gilson had been killed. It shook him deeply. It shook his sense that his circle of friends had a joint mission to change the world. And he said at that time, the purpose remains, but it might fall to just one of us.
Nearly all his friends were killed. Johnson was the best friend that Lewis could have had. They just knew one another. We still know that Johnson means more to Lewis than somebody he would have known for 20 or 30 years.
Imagine a world without The Lord of the Rings and without the Chronicles of Narnia. If it wasn't for the friendship between Lewis and Tolkien, we would have neither.
They are fundamental texts. If we lose the ability to communicate the value of these books to the next generation, then I shall fear for our civilization.
It's a lucky person who is able to muster the courage to be vulnerable and enter a friendship where you might be hurt, but still have the courage to stay in it, and the persistence and the patience and the charity and the grace to work through things in disagreement. This is where metal is tested, and this is where your personality is refined.
In this documentary series, we will journey through the lives of Tolkien and Lewis, overcoming the tragedies of the 20th century and into the forge of friendship.